At the time of writing, the moon is visible during the day. How can that be? Last weekend was the hunter's moon, and yet this week, if you look to the west in the morning, a big moon is visible in a blue sky. Now through October 21st, last quarter moon, is a great time to look for the daytime moon. If you've ever wondered why you can sometimes see the moon during the day, here's an explanation. Although technically the moon outshines the sun in gamma rays, in visible wavelengths of light the moon is always way less bright than the sun. In fact, it's 400,000 times less bright, which is why it's completely overwhelmed when the sun is also in the sky. After all, it's merely reflecting sunlight. The best way to appreciate that is to watch a sunrise this week and keep an eye on the moon. It will dramatically fade as the sun rises, though look carefully and you can often see it during the day. The moon rises in the east and sets in the west just like everything else in the night sky. That's because Earth is rotating from west to east. The moon is orbiting in the same direction, also from west to east. Look at the moon for a few nights in a row and you'll notice that it's at a slightly more easterly position in the sky each night as it waxes towards being a full moon, or wanes towards being a 0% illuminated new moon. There are 5 days between full moons, and it rises about 50 minutes later each night. On the flip side, that means the moon sets about 50 minutes later in the west each night. So in the nights after full moon our satellite rises increasingly later at night and sets increasingly later the next morning. You can get exact moonrise and moonset times for your nearest city using this moon calculator. A full moon occurs when Earth is roughly between the sun and the moon. That's why the moon is 100% illuminated. Earth rarely gets exactly between the two. When it does, a lunar eclipse is the result. A full moon rises around sunset, shines all night long, and sets around sunrise the following morning. It's the only night of the month when you can watch a full moon appear on the eastern horizon in twilight, and set in twilight the following morning in the west. The following night after full moon day, the moon rises in the east about 50 minutes after sunset and sets 50 minutes after sunrise the following morning.